We are live. I'm Savage Squishy 86 and we are back continuing our live stream of Resident Evil, the remake, Chris, Real Survival, Run 2. As I said, I got myself a cold drink. I got myself some fresh coffee as well. So, that's the good stuff. Oh, a little salute to, you can't really see that too well, but horror movie survivor. So, yep. Definitely a salute to Nugs the Final Girl. Wonderful woman, wonderful streamer. Love watching her. So, as you can see, we didn't really turn off the game. We didn't stop it. We just pretty much going to be taking it from the shtick in this fashion and going forward with that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves ready for a potential threat of epic proportions with these two hunters. I definitely want to drop them because I don't want to take the risk of them potentially becoming a problem when I come back through this area again to get these other items. So we don't have our Magnum on us, so we're going to take what we can and we're going to work with it. In this case, some shotguns. Two shells should be enough. Go ahead and blow that one right out of the sky. And that will do that. So, 2 hunters down, and a couple shots it cost me. 3 shells and a couple of handgun shots. So, bingo. So once we get into here, we're going to run around this corner here, enter the tiger statue room, and get right into the nitty-gritty of this next part. So once we've entered this room here, go ahead and use the yellow eye jewel. Don't use the red jewel. Red jewel will trigger snake trap and you'll get bitten. Use the yellow jewel to get the system disc in this room. And then after we get the system disc, we're going to go back and drop off that. And probably one of the, well, maybe not the green herb, but we'll drop off. We will definitely be dropping off the system disc though, because essentially we don't really need to take that with us quite just yet. Drop off the system disc, and we'll go ahead and we'll drop off the green herbs. I don't think we'll really need them quite just yet, but we'll see. Head out into the corridor leading to the herbicide plant puzzle, and we will basically go from there in that fashion. Head down and through the doorway here, and then right instead of left, we're going to head out to the main hall, use the helmet key on that last door, and get that door open and available to us. Now, upon entering here, head over here, use the helmet key, and then discard the key. We won't really need it anymore. And here, you'll find a sectional bit of George Trevor's diary, and then over and around the corner, inside the drawer, you will find ink ribbons. Go ahead and take them. A zombie will be in the next area. Essentially, for that very reason, we're just going to probably just avoid him and grab the items in question, namely the jewelry box, the green herb, and the dagger as well. So he will be wobbling around, looking to get a piece of the action. Go ahead and run around, make him try to grab you, whatever. Grab the jewelry box, and then get out of the room. Go ahead and use the, we're not going to use the green herb, actually. What am I talking about? Go ahead and use the jewelry box and the red jewel together to get this next puzzle bit solved. Go ahead and solve with this. Inside, you'll find the brooch. Grab the brooch, turn it into a key, and it will the brooch key. Welcome to the stream, viewer. Hope you're having a good night. We're wrapping up our game here with Resident Evil Remake, Real Survival, with Chris. So we pretty much have the next stage of our effort to go into the next area. We're gonna go and grab. We're gonna use this key and enable us to get to saving Rebecca and hopefully getting out of this area. So upon getting into the storage room here, there's a few things we're going to take, and a few things we're going to leave. So most obvious thing we're going to leave is going to be the green herbs and the ink ribbons. Go ahead and mix the ribbons. And then we're going to grab the Magnum. Or actually, no, we're not going to take the Magnum with us because we're going to take that with us when we go into this. We're going to go take that with us when we go into the cave system. We're just going to need the handgun and the shotgun. Essentially, just 2 shots from the handgun, maybe a dagger to the face of the hunter in the event it does get a little claw happy, and then we'll just finish him off with a shotgun shell to the face. But we'll see what we get. But our main concern is to use the emblem key, which we have, discard it, head inside, we'll get the cutscene that we hear Rebecca scream. We have precious time to save her bacon, so we'll use that to basically turn on the switch, grab the shotgun shells from the desk drawer to the left. Welcome to the stream, viewer. Good evening. How are you this evening? Grab the metal object here, as well as the stun grenade here. Now let's get inside. Let's get to the hallway, get back to the storage hallway, get upstairs and get into that small study room, and save Rebecca before she gets killed by the hunter. So as soon as we get into this hall here, immediately head in and engage Rebecca. Oh, the hunter. Save Rebecca. Fuck. Let's engage Rebecca. I'm gonna kill Rebecca. And that will take care of the hunter.
Rebecca.
So with her being safe, now we can get on with the rest of our business. Mm. So, now, head back down. Go ahead and reload. Leave your handgun here for the time being. We're going to go ahead and reload our shotgun, put the one remaining shotgun shell in there, but we're going to take that with us. I think that'll be pretty much it. Now we can pretty much go back to the west wing first floor storage room, reload our handgun, and then we're going to head down into the basement level kitchen and use the elevator there to get to the second floor hallway that we can't access any other way except for the elevator. So, a little bit of running back and forth we're going to be doing with the real survival run, but we already knew that was going to be the case when we get further in, so it's pretty much obvious at this point. I hope everyone is ready to play that Resident Evil Requiem. It's coming out in 2 days, unless you've already pre-ordered it and you have yearly access. If you do, you're a lucky dog. Matter of fact, we're actually not going to take a detour over here. We're going to just keep right on heading down into the lower level of the basement area. That's one zombie down. Go ahead and head inside. Once you board the elevator, it will take you to the second floor. A zombie will be to your left, along with a couple of perps. And then you will basically have a zombie to your right in the surrounding Z-shaped corridor that will basically take your way up to the other areas. We're going to go ahead and let this zombie grab us just so that we can get rid of him pretty fast with the use of the stun grenade. So let's get away from him, wait for the grenade to go off. That'll make our job easier. Grab the daggers here to effectively get the zombie around the corner out of our way. We're not interested in killing this zombie because we could kill him if we wanted to, but it doesn't really matter because essentially we're going to be not coming back to this area once we get what we need. So just, avoid him if you can, but it's kind of tricky because you're out of camera shot. He's off camera shot. You can't see him. So grab the magnum shells, grab the shotgun shells, and then grab the battery as well as the other stun grenade to supplant the one that we've already used. And leave the room. And then just get the hell out of Dodge. Get out in the hallway, unlock the door, and then get out. Now, obviously, heading into the second floor balcony area of this part of the dining room will be hunter occupied. But if we're quiet and we're slow, we can actually make our way through there into the adjacent hallway without hunters knowing our presence is there. So, obviously don't go out here unless you need to. Hunters will be lying in wait. So, if you really are desperate to get the green herbs and heal yourself, be my guest. Just make sure you have the ammo to supplant the possibility of being fired upon or running into a threat of that nature. So now that we're back here, we're going to basically do a few things. Number one is we're going to drop off our shotgun shells. We're going to mix these green herbs. So if you got them, mix them. We're also going to take the green and blue herb here. And let me think. Thinking, do we want to take... We're going to definitely take the Magnum with us for the hunters. We're going to take a fully loaded shotgun with us for the hunters. Yeah, so I think we're pretty good with what we need from this room. We're going to head to the east storage room now and get what other items are in question that we need there, and then make our way back to the courtyard, use the battery, use the crank, and then basically drop the crank off wherever we're going to basically get those other items from the other location to the residence that we had to leave behind. We obviously know that there is going to be some Magnum shells there, as well as some healing items, and of course our kerosene. Had a brain thought there. So this is pretty much where we're going to need to basically do a little bit of juggling of materials. We obviously have some stuff still that we got to get back from the mansion. We got to get from the residence to the mansion. But now that we have the battery in our inventory, we can navigate that problem with relative ease. So let's go about doing that. So headed back down to the east storage room on the first floor, east wing. And we're going to get our crank and drop with these other items along with us, provided we can get them. So we're going to grab the Magnum, and we're going to grab the crank. And that is essentially what we're going to take with us going forward. For now. I hear you, you chunk. So once you get out of here, head into the hallway here, and then we're going to make our way down the passage leading back to the mansion, and from there to the courtyard. Obviously, do not forget that you have the shotgun shells here. We are obviously going to take those with us, but we're going to drop them off back at the mansion on our return trip back with the materials in question for the resident. So heading out here, we're going to make our way across the area with the Levy, but we're not going to be able to drop the Levy until we get the battery working on the elevator. So let's go ahead and head back the way we came. And cross our fingers we don't get poisoned, but in the event we do, we have something to heal ourselves with, so that is good as well. And luckily for us, we didn't get poisoned! Yay! Fantastic. Fuck off. Use the battery to restore power to the elevator, and then board the elevator and get upstairs to seal off the area with the crank by lowering the levy. So once we've done that, we can take the elevator down now and go about, we're going to drop off a few things. Number one will probably be the most pivotal, will be the blue and green herb. We're actually going to take that down into the caves and we're going to leave it there because I want to have that as a means to heal myself in the event that we are poisoned by the black tiger. So there's really no thing to gain from basically doing that, other than to basically take these items down there in question. So we're going to do that. So we're going to head down here and we're going to drop off the blue and green herb as well as the ink ribbon that's over here as well. We'll also drop off the hex crank, the square crank, which essentially we will not need as of yet. But we will definitely be taking the magnum with us. Matter of fact, we're going to leave the do we want to leave the magnum here? I mean, we only have a few hunters down here, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna take the magnum back. I think I'm gonna take the magnum back up. Just because the fact is I'll take the magnum with me, but I'll put the magnum shells back. Because essentially we're only going to have like 3 hunter encounters down here, so it really wouldn't be much of a gain to go through all the trouble to bring the magnum shells with me if I'm only going to use them 3 times. I'll bring the handgun with me because there is a magazine down here I can use, so I probably will use the handgun more than the magazine. I don't know. I'll need to think on this some more. Let me get my items from the residence back to the mansion, and we'll see what happens. It's really kind of definitive to what you decide to take with you, because essentially you won't be able to leave it down here if you do not come back. Healing items are, a marginal thing, but you do not want to leave anything that could be like a powerful weapon that could get you out of trouble. I could definitely tell you the magnum shells I am not. So let's head into here and grab these essential items. Canteen, the first aid, and the magnum shells. And then we'll also grab this first aid box in the event that we get healed. So no, I actually just may say fuck it and just take it with me. I'll drop off the canteen and the magnum shells, and I'll get my handgun instead. Handgun will be empty, but I've got 2 magazines down here that I'll be getting. One will be, I remember, from the elevator area. The second will be in the closed off space where I used the gondola during the entrapping scenario situation with Lisa Trevor. And I also have to remember that I get a flamethrower down here. So essentially, I really won't need much in the way of firepower beyond those items in question. So I'll get the Magnum, but I'll leave the Magnum shells and shit behind. So we're going to take all this shit back here. We'll grab the shotgun shells as we come back. So coming back to the mansion, now we're going to head back into the East Wing first floor storage room, and we'll drop off these items in question. And then we'll proceed back to the courtyard and descend into the caves. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that with us because that has a green and blue herb inside. That will be tremendously beneficial for us. And we'll take the handgun. And we'll take one first aid item with us in the event we get overwhelmed between the Black Tiger as well as the hunters. It don't take a lot of damage to kill me, so essentially if the hunters are able to capitalize on any damage I sustain from the Black Tiger, they essentially will have a dangerous advantage of finishing me. Either the Black Tiger will finish me because of the hunters, or the hunters will finish me because of the Black Tiger. So essentially I want that security of having that green herb. As well, the green and blue herb, as well as the first aid spray. Excuse me. Now, I will not take the shotgun shells. I will remember to grab them after we complete our navigation through the cave system and make our way up and out of that area, courtesy of the cabin that Lisa was sleeping in off the courtyard grounds of the mansion. When we come back through, we'll grab those shotgun shells. Holy shit! They actually can come in here. I didn't think they could, but they're in a closed space, so they don't have real freedom of movement. They can only go in a straight line. So, okay, I'll take it. So, drop this first aid box off here. We won't need that. And then we're going to head right into the elevator area. Upon entering here, notice right away you will not have access, you will not have a shotgun shells in this area, so that will be pretty much straightforward in that regard, what to expect. Go away, will you? I see you. I know you. Get out of here. You're an absolute nuisance. The maniac is my second cat to my other cat, which is Devil. So I have Maniac and the Devil. Yes, I'm talking about you, chunk. I swear I can hear him getting fatter all the time. So once we head into here, grab the magazine off the elevator ground, likely dropped by Enrico as he was rushing to get out of this area, or get through here, probably under the pursuit of hunters. So head on through here, and take a DVD to the left. Enrico will try to kill you, essentially, not in his best interest, because he will ultimately get shot. What are you doing? Get out of here. My God. Get the message. I am not giving you more treats. Check his body and you will get the hex crank. And then try to leave and you will be beset by a hunter. Drop him. If it doesn't finish him, stab him in the eye, and that should be enough to finish him. Which it is. So with that being the case, that hunter has been eliminated. So now we can continue. So that will pretty much conclude the hunters as far as those two go. There's a chance you may run into one further in the area ahead, essentially when you're done fighting the Black Tiger and making your way back. If it does become a possibility, then obviously that will be a no-brainer. You will have your hands full at that point. But with any luck, and a lot of luck at that, we won't have it come to that. So we're going to go ahead and open up these containers here to get the first aid item in question. We are one green blue herb, and here we have another green blue herb. That is essentially what we want. That is essentially what we need. So let's see what we get. Use the hex crank to turn the turntable of this room and essentially get it rotated. At the far end, you will see another green herb. We will grab that. But first thing I want to do is save my game before I get that far. So let's go ahead and grab that ink ribbon out of there and use it. Once we have saved the game, go ahead and drop those ink ribbons off and get back to business. What are you doing, you donkey? Grab the green herb. Go ahead and mix it with one of those herbs if you so want to. Or don't. Well, actually, no, you will have to, because if you want to pick up the flamethrower, you got to. Actually, we'll go ahead and use it to heal ourselves is what we'll do. Head down here and trigger the trap to send the boulder flying our way. Get out of harm's way. Not sure what's going to be down here. I can't remember. I think it's going to be a magazine. We'll have to grab that on the way back. There's no way around it. So just remember to grab that magazine on the way back. We don't have the space to grab it now. We want the perks of the herbs available to us in the event we need them. So especially when you're fighting the Black Tiger. So immediately engage the fucker, burn him. You take a little damage, it's okay, don't freak out. Alright, we got poison, so it's okay, it's alright, no big deal. Just burn the fucking... Well, if you can, great. If not, don't worry about it. Go on and get out of this room. We did what we needed to do. We was hoping to kill the spiders, but you don't have to kill them. You won't really want to waste the resources, so... Head on down here and use the flamethrower to unlock the door. This will essentially open the path forward into the next area. There will be a blue herb further down the passage. We can grab that too, but I'm not worried about it. If you need it, it's there. Over here, use the hex crank to open up this path. And that will no longer be necessary to have the hex crank. You can now leave that in the storage box down here if you so want to. Dodge the boulder trap as it approaches, and get yourself at the far end of the tunnel to find the other medicinal box. Open it, see what's inside. A first aid spray. Perfect! So once we're in here, we have one last use for the hex crank. I forgot about this trap, but this will essentially be the very last time we need to use it. So obviously we've done this trap before, 4 times at least. You should know it by now. Should be in the perfect position to get it inside the alcove, and it is. Good. Now we have the cylinder. Obviously I didn't take the shaft earlier from the elevator's main control panel, but essentially that was the reason why, was because we didn't have the room to take it. So we're gonna get back to the main shaft with the elevator, access that area. I'll head further down here and grab the map of the courtyard in the event you didn't grab it before. Obviously, yeah, blue herb, grab it if you need to, don't if you don't. And, yeah, we'll use this other herb so we can grab that magazine on our way back, so we don't leave it behind. There'll be a survival knife in here. That's the only item that's in here that's relevant to the map, especially for it being red, so just ignore it. Immediately, you'll encounter a hunter here. Use the green and blue herb to get that item out of our inventory. Grab the magazine at the far end of the tunnel, and that is essentially gonna be that. Now, obviously, we will have a first aid spray here that we will not be able to take with us. We have the Magnum, we have the cylinder. You could very well come back for it after we use this. We use the fuse to essentially get the cylinder working. So I think that's what we will inexorably end up doing. So let's leave the magazine here for the time being, and we're gonna head back, get the elevator working. We'll come back for the ammo. We'll come back for the first aid spray, and then we'll save our game. We'll take the first aid spray, and we'll head down to the lower level. And then basically just go from there. The green herbs down there will not be of consequence to us unless we're really, really desperate. So head over here. Camera can stop juking me around with the analog stick usage. Get the shaft out of the elevator control terminal. Combine it with the cylinder, use it, and then enter the password 4231. And that will restore power to the elevator. Now make your way back to the storage area in the neighboring room. Grab the ammo, grab the first aid sprays, and then head down into the lower cavernous areas of the caves. I'm not paying attention to you, brother. You can stare at me all. You see how this cat's like literally eyeballing me? He's like literally looking over me like he's plotting my murder. It's fucking eerie. Stop it. Where did you go now? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's fucking tripping me out. We're not gonna save our game. We're just gonna keep it moving. We got 2 first aid sprays. There's nothing. I mean, come on. We should be in good standing at this point. So once we get through here, we're gonna head down and around, and then we're gonna head to the elevator. We will drop off 1 first aid spray in the storage box in the lower level, because there is one down there, because we will essentially need a little bit of security with the space that we will have available to us. So head out and then take a right and drop off 1 of the first aid items here in this storage box. Matter of fact, yeah, drop off 1 of them and then basically just go from there with that. So Lisa will basically be moseying around to intercept and assault us to some violent degree. Head into here and immediately climb the box tier and then head up. We will have a magazine as well as a stun grenade. And then we're going to push the crate with the item we need, the flamethrower that is not yet broken, but it will be broken. We need that flamethrower inside this crate to get the gate open, the door open, that will be being guarded by Lisa. But in order to do it, we got to get it on the gondola. The gondola will take it down to the absolute lowest level of the caves, and we can use the crash compactor there to crush the box and get the flamethrower inside. So once that has pretty much taken the trip, we're going to get out, avoid Lisa as we do, and continue. Oh, you fucking bitch! Well, she didn't put me in caution. She didn't put me in caution, so that's good. What you shrieking about at me for, bitch? I ain't done nothing to you. You just want to beat my ass and senseless. So once we get down here, push this item into the trash compactor. And then we're going to get the broken flamethrower. Now I could very well take that other first aid spray with me, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to take it with me. If I had been smarter, I would have left it upstairs and essentially made it easier to get it. But in the event of it not being attainable, I mean, I could very well come back and get it after I use this. And I think I probably will, just because I don't know what kind of shit I'm going to get into later, and I definitely want every edge I can have. So a little bit of a run back work that we're going to have to do, but you know, we'll do it. Sorry, Lisa, but you know what? I ain't got time for your bullshit. Sorry, girl. So let's go ahead over here. I took the green herb because I'm going to heal myself, because she did get that one little hit on me. She didn't put me in danger, but she definitely got some health points, some HP off me, essentially. So I don't want to really go ahead without myself in ship-shape form. So use the green herb just to heal yourself. Get the other first aid spray. Oh, you know what? I'll have to leave it. I gotta leave it. And the reason why, you know what just occurred to me? I gotta get the jewelry box in that den for Lisa. With the stone piece that I gotta combine with the metal piece to open the gate. So I gotta have one inventory spot available to pick up that jewelry box. So, wasted trip. I didn't account for that. So, bait her into this direction, then make your way around. It's a shame. I kind of wish you could grab like a pocket and increase your inventory. I mean, you could do that in later games, but the OG games, you never could do that very well. So, we're going to definitely run down here through this flooded passage, grab the jewelry box to the left as soon as you enter this area, and then we're going to open it up, in which we will find the stone ring. Take a left as soon as you climb the ladder, and climb that ladder, which will bring us to the cabin before we went to the residence. So here we are. Now we can make our way back to the mansion. not going to need our weapons, so we're just going to just unequip everything and just leg it. I don't know what the hell he was grabbing at. I was miles away from him. Don't know why he went to snatch at me. There was nothing. There was nothing. I wasn't even within grabbing range of him. But for whatever reason, he just like, I'm just gonna grab at the air. I don't know what he was thinking. So, as soon as we get back here, we won't be able to grab the shotgun shells that we were going to grab initially. So we're going to drop off some stuff, come back, and then grab it. We also can grab the stone and metal object that essentially is what we need in the first place. The next part, gain access to that area. So, a little bit of extra legging work for us, but necessary. So once you get back to the mansion, head to the first floor east wing storage room. And drop off just 2 items. It doesn't matter what. Just drop off 2 items. Then head back, grab the shotgun shells from the room, the garden shed. And then also the metal stone ring that we also will need. Not giving you this, cat. I'm not giving you treats. You're on a diet, fat bastard. He's like, rude. He's like, look at it. He's like, rude. Stop staring. See this shit? Look at this. He's literally staring at me like something out of the fucking Shining. It's tripping me out. It's like Pet Cemetery. Church from Pet Cemetery. I shit you not. The only difference is his eyes aren't growing, and he's not trying to bite me or reach around and just smack me in the puss. So head into here, grab the shotgun shells, then head out, and then grab the stone metal emblem piece, essential to what we need to get out the rest of it. Now I need to check and see where that stone and metal piece, that one stone piece is. Okay, I think we have it in the same area. I think it's over here. No, that's not it. That's over here. Metal object, stone ring. Okay, so we got the items in question here in this very room. So we'll combine them, we'll go use them, and then we gotta do the painful process of lugging our stuff from both the west wing storage room and the east wing storage room underneath the stairs in the main hall. So, real survival. Managing your resources appropriately in a way that is most efficient. So we're going to grab those items and we're going to head right for the main hall, open the doors up, and then drop everything off that we have, all 6 slots, and then run back here, get another 6 items, run back, drop them off, go get another 6 items, run back, drop them off. You could very well leave a proportionate number of these materials behind, but I'm not that type of person, especially when it comes to first aid items. I mean, we're going into the labs. Essentially, you're going to be dealing with chimeras. You're going to be dealing with Tyrant. You know, I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to take that kind of a gamble if I can help it. So, I mean, we'll see. One, come on. That's two. So once you've opened this door, we're gonna head on through, and we're gonna get the first of our 4 items dropped off right away in the storage box here in this area. And now we're gonna make our way up. Excuse me. And we're gonna make our way back up and around. First stop will probably be the East Wing storage room. Let me take a look and see what we got over there. First aid, yeah, we'll be making a visit over there real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be all 6 items in that particular area, I believe. Cross your fingers. And that will save us 1 complete trip right there, and then we'll do the same with the other one. This is usually where a lot of people would really kind of get annoyed, but essentially, this is essentially probably the closest thing to a genuine scenario of the sorts that you're gonna get in terms of a really, excuse me, a really challenging experience. So, with any luck, stick it out. First aid, canteen, survival knife, first aid, green herb, magnum shells, and ink ribbons. Oh, you fucker. Okay, I am not gonna take all these items. I'm gonna take just the ink ribbons and the magnum shells. The green herbs are nice, but I'm not making 1 whole trip for 1 fucking healing item. I'll take my chances. No. Absolutely not. So we're gonna head back to the main hall now, drop these off in the basement level of the stairwell, leading to the altar. So we're gonna get a move on. Drop off the magnum shells, the knife, the ink ribbons, the first aid sprays, and the canteen. Now, over in this item box, we will have the system disc, the grenade, the magazines. We may have to do a little bit more legwork over here. But we'll see. I may not go for those other healing items either. Might be 2 runs we have here. So upon entering here, we're going to grab the system disc, we're going to grab the magazines, we're going to grab the green herb, the shotgun shells, the one book, and the second book. Those other two herbs we could probably grab as well, but we'll see how far along we need to get with our present situation. I don't think it'll come to that. I think we're in a good position. So we'll leave those green herbs behind. So retreat back to the main hall. It is curious. Come on, this fucking stick. I think there was more shotgun shells, wasn't there? There was. Ah, you fucker. I'm gonna have to make an extra trip. You fucking asshole. I knew there was. I knew there was more shells that I left somewhere. You fucking dink. Alright. One last run. I could have. I thought I was tweaking for a minute there that there was only 6 shells. No. There was more than 6 shells. Then, of course, I decided to check my map and it's like, oh, you fucking mother. Dick. I must have put it further up, but I didn't see it. Well, at least I got the measures of grabbing the other ones. Alright, so we'll grab the mixed herb. Where the hell are those shotgun shells? Right there. Dickwad. Make me run all the way back here for that. Well. All this legging around, basically, I think we're pretty much well and truly on our way to finish of the altar area and helping Wesker take down Lisa Trevor. Then we have to go through the measure of lugging all that shit back to the lab. So this is not easy. This is actually quite tedious. And most people will not see this through because of that particular instance. I mean, because Chris's limited inventory has got 6 pockets. And this is probably the one instance where it really does hurt a little bit. It doesn't really hurt, but it's just It's just tedium. It's a terrible tedium of monumental levels for players, especially if they're not committed. Basically playing that on that forefront. I mean, I don't know. You probably could very well proceed forward without all the first aid items and magnum shells and handgun ammo in that capacity. Me, I don't want to do that. I basically do it with the sensible measure of what I would normally always do at a given time. So, but we'll see what we get. So we'll take the shotgun shells with us. We'll take the shotgun with us. We'll take a healing item because we may get into the shit. We'll take the volume books. We'll save our game. Go ahead and get those books open, get those medals ready. And we'll save our game one last time. And then we'll also take the Magnum with us. Once you enter the room, head down the steps, and then down the ladder and assist Wesker if you so want to. Now, you can pretty much fire some shots and get her to fall to her doom, or you can just push the stones off. I like to push the stones off because it just makes it easier. That will solve the puzzle. And with Lisa, we'll give up the fight and get lost. Now we're going to head up here. We'll get the gold and eagle. We'll use the eagle and wolf medals, essentially freeing up 2 of our inventory spots. We'll go back and grab 2 more items, and then we'll lug it all down there. We'll have to make probably, if I'm right, I'm not sure. Let's take a look. This is the courtyard map, so alter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe we can make 2 trips. Maybe. We'll find out. Maybe 3 trips. I'm wagering 3 trips. So once we go ahead and get the elevator revealed to the lab, we're going to head down, bypass Wesker, grab a few more items.
I'll investigate this area a little further.
once we make our way back here, we're going to head up 2 levels of stairs to the storage box and grab those items in question. We'll grab the handgun and the magazines. And head into the lab area. So once we board the elevator, take it down to the lab area, and like we did in the previous stream with Jill, we're going to have to leg it back to get a few more items and bring them down with us. Take the ladder down to the storage room, drop off the 6 items, or then go back up to the ground level and do another 6 items. Pain in the ass, pain. It is. I admit it. But this is real survival, and this is what you need to do if you want to hold out on the measures of anything going wrong. Healing items, munitions, your system disc obviously will be very important to rescue Jill and get the best ending. Now here, Wesker will be gone, essentially probably having already made his way to the lab. Now we will grab the Magnum shells, the survival knife, first aid, canteen, system disc, and another first aid. We could grab the green herbs and we could grab the ink ribbons, but I'm not going to. I am leaving those behind. I'm not making a second trip up. I am not making a third trip up here for 2 measly items. So, let's get this done. This will conclude our final trip down to the lab area. we are now effectively in the final stretch of our progress. I suppose we didn't really need to take the handgun, the combat knife with us, but I kind of wanted to take it in the event that something goes terribly wrong and I run out of ammo. But given the circumstances, maybe I was a little overzealous. But regardless, we have it here now, and that's probably more than we could hope for. We'll go ahead and save our game now and get down to the business of completing the rest of this for good. Been a long time coming up to this point, so I'm looking forward to finishing it. I'm definitely only going to play this a few more times off stream before I get into Resident Evil 2, because I definitely want to complete the game modes of Invisible Enemy, as well as getting the bonus weapons of the Samurai Edge and the anti-tank rocket launcher. Dead? Ooh! Ooh! That's the good stuff. And that will burn both bodies, but essentially we only really needed to burn the one body because essentially that was the only one that had a head. So, but hey, it's okay. I'll take it. Get the system disc over here from this area, and then we're going to head down into the lower levels of the labs. We'll deal with the other zombie down here momentarily. Essentially, I want to get in here and get the business at hand of this these passwords. Pretty much opening up these lower levels of the lab. So, John, Ada, Cell. Grab the stun grenade, and that will basically be all you will find in this particular room. The next hallway, where we will have the remaining of zombies out here to grab, essentially we will have stun grenades and daggers lined up with their names on it. Chew on this. Splat. Oh, you can see brain matter landing there. That is a crazy, bro. Oh man, that was gnarly. Worth it. Alright, so we're going to head into this one here. We have the system disc on hand. We're going to use it. And we're going to get a magazine as well for our efforts. Naked zombies don't get up, so that's good for us. We'll drop that one in that capacity. Use the system disc. Tell me that's not all. Holy shit, that's all it took? What was that, 4 shots? Figured he would have put up more of a fight than that. But once we go into here, we're going to head upstairs to the visual data room, use a slide, all that stuff. Pretty much in order. Love me some Dr. Pepper. So head into here, and we're going to get another system disk, as well as the lab area key. Go ahead and grab that system disk. Go ahead and grab the map of the lab. Grab the security protocols. Use the slide on the projector. We obviously have our password, so let's head in over here. 846. Then grab the laboratory key and let's go. We're going to make one little pit stop, and that will be to drop off the kerosene can, because essentially we really won't be needing that anymore. Essentially, that is pretty much the antithesis of what we're going to be using at this point. The remaining enemies, we have plenty of stun grenades. I didn't think we would have that many, but luckily for us we do, so we're going to definitely take advantage and use those to dispatch any zombies that potentially may become problematic in the foreseeable future with the necessity of resources. So we'll come back for some of these items later on because we will need them. The shotgun especially for when we're going into the boss fight ahead with the Tyrant. But we may not need it. We got the Magnum, and we can get 6 more Magnum shells at some given point. The Magnum essentially would be the best thing for me right now with the Chimeras ahead, but the shotgun can do just as much work. So, heading into this lab one last time, we're going to use the lab key to essentially gain access to the operating room and morgue here. And then this last lock will be for the power generator and boiler room. So, let's check out the morgue and lab first. Have your Magnum at the ready. Grab the shotgun shells on the shelf here on the left. Climbing the vent to that operating room first, then into the other vent just up and to the left, and it will take you into the morgue. And then use the system disk to get the 3rd lock on the prison door. push this bitch out of the way and get the hell out of the morgue before any more of those critters show up. The headshot. Head into the storage room here, and I think we will have availability of first aid spray as well as some ink ribbons. Drop off the first aid spray first, and you'll have shotgun shells as well. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot to drop off the ink ribbons. What the fuck? I'm gonna try my luck and see if I can get through this area without getting too fucked up by the chimeras. So we'll see how well this goes. Wasn't really too good, but it wasn't too bad either. So let's get the refueling capsule first. Definitely want to use my system disk, though, and get that out of my inventory. So let's keep going. Oh, come on. See, look at that crap. That stopped you dead, didn't it, buddy? So once we head into this room, we're going to turn around, walk backwards. Ooh, headshot. So that will take care of that. Use the system disk. And that will open up the third and final lock. Prison. Alright, so let's get back. I'm definitely going to take a trip upstairs because I want to grab my magnum shells. So we'll come back down and we'll use the refueling station to get the power fuel to, resupply the fuel to the generator to essentially get this place up and running. I think I'll leave my handgun behind too, because I don't think I'm really going to need that much further. I might as well just run with shotgun and the magnum at this point. That's pretty much, Lord knows I got plenty of both. Let's go ahead and grab this green herb though and use it since we're hurt. All right, we're ready. Let's go get this thing refueled and not get killed doing it. Would be kind of nice if they just had hunters sort of just drop down from the ceiling like in the ventilation ducts. You know what I mean? I think that was actually a common trope with liquors, which I can't wait for you guys to see the fucking liquors from Resident Evil 2. I mean, that's gonna be like next level. But yeah, I mean the liquors, they would drop down right from the duct would explode, would like either drop the duck, like it would break the duck and they just drop down and land on their feet like cats. And then essentially they would just go from there. But it was like something you would never see any other way. Now remember, we cannot run. If we run, we die. So don't run. Another tedium of work to basically navigate your way back to the generator / boiler room with this shit and not get hit and not run essentially is like death in itself. So would be kind of fucked up to actually be going down to see Jill and then saying, hang on, I'll be back. And then we go to run away, and then we just get blown the fuck up because we're having this chemical compound that's just very volatile and it's going to blow up. And it's like, then you just leave her there, trapped in the prison cell, perplexed with the big explosion that just killed you. And she's just probably sitting back like saying, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? Chris! And like literally, there's like no response. I mean, it's pretty much goes without saying, you know, you're fucked, girl. You're not getting out. The place is gonna go up in smoke and you with it. And it's just like, it's pretty much straightforward in that ridge. So, but I don't know. That's just my feeling on it. I just think it would be funny. So we got the fuel supply here now. It's installed. Power is restored. Now we can run around like crazy little jackrabbits. So let's head into the furthest back of the boiler room / power room and get the elevator circuit reinstated. You fucker. Let go of me, asshole. Eat that. Oh, that's just gnarly. I kind of was like hoping that I'd be able to see. I was kind of ran the other way because I wanted to see if he would be in the shot with his mouth, the grenade in his mouth. But it doesn't seem like that happened. It's so fun to kill. I don't know what I find more fun, killing hunters with the Magnum or killing chimeras with the Magnum. I think it's both, somewhere in between. There's just something incredibly satisfying about just blowing them the fuck away. I mean, their head just explodes like a fucking pumpkin. And all you can see is like whatever's left of its mandible down here. And it just starts spewing maggots and shit all over the place. I mean, zombies are nice too. I mean, but I don't have the luxury of having shitloads of magnum ammo to blow off zombies' heads every so often. I'm lucky I get that privilege with shotguns or handguns at the very least. So, I mean, you get what you can, you take what you can get. You know what I mean? So we got the elevator re-empowered. Head into here and grab the first aid spray and let's get down there. I don't think it'll take us much in the way for shots with the magnum to put the titan down. So we'll basically just empty our magnum and then basically just go into the next stage of the finishing the game with our shotgun. Nothing else, just shotgun and lots of healing items.
Chris!
Okay, great for you to
Rebecca.
join us, cowgirl.
I saw you in the inner garden. I finally caught up.
Well, I'm glad you...
I am not going to ever get... Yeah, I definitely think I probably should stick with the original Stars outfit because seeing her in cowboy boots, you know, and cowgirl attire, it just... I'm not feeling it. Okay. Oh, goodness. Do not judge me.
Wesker.
So all in all, took us about 5 shells for the Magnum. We had the existing 1 shell in there. Then we used after that, after reloading it, we used 4 shells from the new reload of 6. So, pretty much in that capacity. We'll use the last 2 to kill the chimeras and go from there. And now we are in the end game here, guys. Made it this far. Well done. Well done, truly. Not many people can honestly say doing real survival is ever really fun, but I know it's one of the, only for the most dedicated of Resident Evil fans because essentially of the tank controls. So if you made it this far, good job. And I mean that as respectful as possible. I get people do not necessarily like or respect or find tank controls very fun, but for our generation, for guys like us, players like us, like you and me, we essentially have been down this road. We come from both. We have played in both worlds of the Resident Evils model game style. So we've done tank controls, we've done free control, we've done over the shoulder, we've done first person. We have been there, we've done it all, we have seen it all. So if we can honestly say that we can do all of the above, I don't give a shit. We're above any, criticism of a sort. You have to appreciate the classics, and you have to respect the formula of where it was to really appreciate or feel appreciative for where it's gone. And if you can't do that, then I can't really honestly say someone has any merit to judge or criticize the merits of a game's model or design intent. So we'll go ahead and take these last few healing items. We need to leave one inventory spot open for the use unit for the elevator, and in turn also for the signal rocket for Brad.
This is Brad.
Get away from me, you fucking asshole. Oof! I was trying to hopefully he would grab him, but apparently not. Oh, you fucker, get away from me. Let go. Throw a grenade, Chris. Blew out his back leg. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. That will conclude our real survival run with Chris Redfield on the Resident Evil Remake. Oh,
Chris, you did a fine job.
5 hours and 44 minutes. If we had did it in 5 hours or less, we would have gotten the infinite handgun, the Samurai Edge. But we did get Invisible Enemy, so we can actually run that too. So, but I think I'll do that on my own time. So we'll see what happens. But that is gonna take the cake for everything. So I'm very happy with that. I'm glad we got through it. It was a tough one, but I'm glad we got through it. Now we can basically prepare ourselves to head into the next major game installment with Resident Evil 2, the OG version first, the original Resident Evil 2 game, um, that essentially was on the PlayStation 1 many, many years ago. And then we will get right into from that to the Resident Evil 2 remake, running the game with Leon first, then Claire, as opposed to Claire and Leon, which I did do. So thank you very much for tuning in. I am very happy that we got through that. It is such a joy to continue playing this series. It is a great joy to revisit this game because Remake is one of my favorites. Um, and I think it's just one of those games that is never going to get tiresome to play. Especially if you're an OG Resident Evil fan, this should be in your collection right up there with Resident Evil Zero. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on in your notifications to stay up to date when I get on stream again. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, tips, pointers, advice, or lore to share, feel free to do so in the comment section. And above all else, thank you for your continuing support. Even if it is just stopping in to visit and view for a few minutes, it is tremendously supportive and gives me a sense of intrepidation to keep doing this very humble and minor thing of enjoyment of mine. So thank you. I love you. I am Savage Squishy 86, and this is the end of the road for our run with Resident Evil, the remake. And I will see you guys next time.